Welcome. Today, we will talk about a term that started as a joke on the internet, but it has become a source of real concern for many people: brain fog. Let's discover together the real story behind this term. This word strikes a sensitive note for many of us. It is a general feeling of restlessness, a feeling that there is something hidden that is attacking our concentration and our ability to pay attention. Well, who among us does not feel this feeling? Who did not find himself suddenly in the middle of an important conversation, or noticed that his ability to focus did not return as before? This is the feeling that will be the focus of our talk today. Let's start with the theory that may be the most disturbing. Could brain fog be a real virus that is attacking our minds? So, what exactly does this term mean? According to Oxford University, this is the official definition. But the most important definition is what we see in our daily life made us reach this disturbing term. These are just examples of our daily life.
It may seem simple, but when we put them together, it draws a big and disturbing picture of our behavior and our ability to pay attention. All the small details indicate that something big is about to happen, and the story does not stop here. The subject is deeper. Some content, such as Cocomelon, is designed to make children addicted to it. They use bright colors, fast and surprising movements, so that the child cannot take his eyes off the screen, as if watching has become a mandatory action. So, how does this alleged virus work? How does it control our minds? The answer is in the chemistry of the brain, and in something we can call the dopamine cartel. Here is the smart and disturbing deception at the same time. This simple delay, which we sometimes see before the signal appears, is not an artistic flaw. No, this is a well-studied and intended tactic. Addiction does not happen on the signal itself, but on the process of waiting and monitoring it. The numbers here show the size of the problem in a scary way. Imagine, the number of social media addicts is more than 3 times the number of drug addicts around the world. This means that this dopamine cartel, although relatively new compared to the drug trade, is still controlling a much larger market. And this number is honestly shocking. The average period of our attention dropped from 2.5 minutes in 2003 to just 47 seconds today. This big collapse is probably the most tangible exposure we have ever felt. And here we come to the essential question. After all these disturbing data, does this mean that our brains are really digesting the literal meaning of the word? Does its structure change? Okay, after all this talk and disturbing theories, we must ask, what is the opinion of science? What do experts really say about what happens inside our brains? And here is the decisive point. The truth is, there is no scientific evidence that says that our brains rot or their structure changes. The term brain rot is a metaphorical expression, not a real medical diagnosis. And this metaphor explains the idea completely. The problem is not in the brain itself. The problem is in the type of food we provide it with. When we consume a large amount of junk food, this distorts our view of reality and causes mental fatigue, just like the effect of fast meals on the body. So, if the brain does not literally rot, what is the real cost of screens? What is it that we really lose? Here is the key. The real danger is not what we do in front of the screen. The danger is in all the things that we do not do because of the screen. What happens is that we replace real and essential human experiences with artificial interactions. And this has a huge effect, especially on the brains that are still in the growth stage. The limit is very clear here. Every hour we spend turning the screens is a wasted hour of real human communication or movement and exercise, or acquiring new emotional and sensory experiences. And all these things are essential for the brain to grow healthily and to be healthy. Does this mean that the situation is bad and there is no hope? Not at all. And thank God, the answer is no.
There are clear, practical steps that we can take to regain control and build a healthier digital food system. This is a 5-step plan. It gathers practical and very effective advice. The idea is not to leave technology entirely. No, the idea is to use it consciously. That is, we choose the content we see, we protect our sleep, we practice calmness and tranquility, and we compensate our brain for relaxation. All these are ways in which we train the brain to find happiness in the real world again. In the end, the issue is choice. Our digital food system is our choice. Just as we do not choose our food every day, we can choose what to feed our brains. So the question remains, what will we choose to feed our brains today?